I've heard sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That must have taught Goliath. If any man said anything, they would have to back it up. He was feared for his strength, his stature, his sword. So when he saw a boy with a few pebbles, petite, being pompous, he knew he would be victorious. The battle started. Goliath stood over top. David had his rocks, but why? Why did we create weapons in the first place? Is it the stories in the Bible that enables us to be violent? Because what if rocks were actually soft but tensed up when we touch them? If I hold on to a coal long enough, it roughs it out and becomes a diamond, the hardest naturally occurring material. But this collection, this sentiment, is a weapon in the eyes of the beholder. Through history, sediments have always been uprooted by a ruler. There is no length at which we won't go. We will hold on to a rock longer than flowers. Petals wither whilst the gravestone harbors our final words. They've accompanied every sorrow. With the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So was Goliath struck down, or was it a careless mistake made by David? Was the rock bipolar or a byproduct? Because what if rocks were actually soft but tensed up when we touch them? They are just rough around the edges, and it's hard to live in a society when you've been raised by the environment, refined, recycled, reused, but in the hands of a human is no different than an apple, rotten, a sin, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I wonder what in this life is enriching. They cracked down on the rocks, started indicting people for it. The hardest liquid we swallow, they put on the rocks, and yet it's an addiction and we can't control it. Even men have to become rock hard before a woman gets impressed. The children pop rocks, use them in games we play like hopscotch. Every wish comes from the ones that fall from the sky. We even sing lullabies until the cradle rocks. We grind our teeth against the grain so we don't end up graveling on the ground. So maybe it wasn't the ignorance of Goliath, but his strength. His head hit the rock so hard, it traveled through himself. David must have had a slick mouth, enough to make God forgive murder, enough to make a giant sleep forever. Because what if rocks were actually soft, but tensed up when we touch them? Thank you.
Let's go!
You such a talented poet.